Fern is an unstoppable force. Hey guys, it's CL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make brand new Critical Role recaps every Monday at noon, and would be happy to have you join the party. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit the Bertrand bell to be notified of future videos. Now, without further ado, let's discuss the 73rd episode of Campaign 3 of Critical Role. We return with our heroes taking passage on the ghost ship, the Crimson Abyss, trying to determine how to spend their time. FCG and Fern decide to scry on Caleb and Bo, Sam rolling a nat 20 on an unreleased die that Laura gave him, but then realized they don't roll for scry. Honestly, one of the best moments of the episode. Despite the natural 20 or the save, it seems there's a magical barrier on the hot one and the dirt wizard, which I assume is from the protection against scrying they had during Campaign 2. I may be misremembering that, but I believe they stole amulets from Trent Ickathon. Let me know in the comments if that was the case. They also check on Devexian, who's coastal right now, and is being joined by a three-legged automaton. Nothing really new there, but a question is posed with what happens if you scry on Delilah. I'll just skip ahead and answer that now. Nothing. FCG and Imogen were able to peer into Laudna's mind and see a shadowy figure surrounded by purple mists and what looked like a strange copy of Whitestone, the one they saved Laudna from. Sadly though, they couldn't see her or talk with her, but she's still there. All this happened and was brought up after the dead girl finally confessed to the group that she was back and was talking to her again. Ashton gets the idea from the skeleton with the etching on their skull to get a tattoo, and the whole party decide to get group tattoos. And definitely not the Taco Bell logo with flames around it. Ashton also gets a pair of wings on their back with the scrawl, "From the Earth, of the Earth, for the Earth," and primordial. While the whole Delilah scry was going on, Fern decided that she wanted to get into the locked captain's quarters. After failing to pick it, she knocks and the captain himself comes down, and she tries to persuade him to let her sleep in there, which was really a ploy just to look around and maybe steal some stuff. After a successful persuasion roll, he tells her that when the moon is high, she can take a rest in the room. And as she returns to her friends, she's stopped by the navigator, Cyrilia, who warns her not to sleep with the captain. Somebody's got a crushy. After everyone's tattoos are done, however, the captain invites Fern into his quarters, and he's down for a little company. The druid's curious about what happens to the crew after Novos finds all his treasure, and the truth is, he doesn't really know. All he does know is he must hunt those that wronged him and their bloodline, and then invites her to bed. She spoons the captain, and in exchange for letting her hold the talking sword that once belonged to Chet to say goodbye, quote unquote, she promises to give her warmth to him. No, but really, after speaking with the sword, she gives him her warmth, which is strange, as he's basically sucking her life force away, and his cold form becomes a little bit more warm-looking, less blanched. But Fern has some consequences too. One is that she permanently loses 5 HP, and the other, Matt will talk to her about it at break, something that was never revealed. During the warmth sesh though, Cyrilia was spying on them by climbing down the side of the ship, and Orym uses that opportunity to steal her spyglass. Once she leaves the room, Cyrilia approaches Fern once again, and the Fire Genasi skeleton threatens her. So Fern suggests she give the captain her warmth instead. And with a 30 persuasion roll, after turning the captain down herself, that next morning, Cyrilia goes to tell the captain how she feels. And they slam. Or as Liam put it, he gets peg-legged. The Hells then throw a surprise brunch dance party featuring Imogen as a fortune teller, Chet drawing caricatures. There's dancing lights, limbo, face painting, and a cute moment where Laudna and Imogen dance. The captain then threatens them that they did not have a good time and there was no limbo, and he will hunt them down and their bloodline should they not speak with great fear about the Crimson Abyss. And as they part, he promises to give the sword back to Fern when he's done with it. Now, they've arrived at Kalutha, to a cliffside holding dark hexagonal columns and vibrantly yellow and green flora. They find remnants of a camp, and Ashton feels this place is familiar, but has never been here. They're compelled, and know they're at the right place. Laudna sends Pate to scout, and when he gives the all clear, they settle on a cavern 50 feet above the shore. And as they come into the chamber, Chet scouts ahead and follows a sweet smell, and realizes it's probably a body in decay a little too late. A two-headed armored worm called a Sicilian appears, and Chet has to blow the silent horn. The fight's a bit tough, as it has a grabby stomach inside weirdness that grabs FCG for 34 points and drags them 10 feet towards it, and also reduces their HP by 10 every time they get touched by it. Also, it can heal itself. Gross. But luckily, Laudna does a chill touch to stop it from regaining health. Ashton shows off their teleporting weapon and does almost 60 points of damage in a turn. Also, they give all hits advantage until the start of their next turn. So in Fear, larvae appear from pods in the ground as a layer action, popping and bursting acid damage onto them. The witches do a sick double team of Blight and a quickened chill touch, and then a psychic lance that causes it to become incapacitated, followed by a quickened mind sliver. After it dies, they search its nest and find many bones. Some weapons, like a Damascus textured longsword and chest plate that's similar, and another blade that was made like that but shattered by Chet's weapon. The weird material is called woe steel alloy, and it was made from the destruction of Dunamis, and it's rare and only found within the shattered teeth, and is sacred to the people of the ascended host. They also uncover a unique charm woe steel cage that encases a small reddish-brown stone that has carved language scrawled on it. Orem can determine it's a Raito charm of the Ashio culture, and during a short rest, FCG identifies it as an abjuration protective magic, and the script on it holds some kind of ward designed to be attuned to a specific person. I wonder what the charm does, and if it can help them get into the good graces of the Ashio people. Sure, they most probably will pass them as they head through the heavy jungle that leads to the 3 mountains where the tree that they're searching for stands. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my recaps of Campaign 3 on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe out there, bidet my friends.